Hi, this is VidHead85 here, and this will be another installment. This will be another installment of the 90 Reasons or 90 Days, 90 Reasons. Reason number 14 is written by Paul Simon. It says during his distinguished career, he has been the recipient of many honors and awards, including 12 Grammy Awards, 3 of which have been for Albums of the Year. In 2003, he was given a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award for his work as half of the duo Simon and Garfunkel. Reason number 14 of 90 Days, 90 Reasons is because this is an election with existential implications. It seems almost every 4 years our country, we find ourselves in a presidential election with existential implications. This year, once again, it's become crucial that we actively choose sides in a face-off between candidates with drastically different ideas and ideals. It may not be possible to duplicate the near euphoric enthusiasm of the first Obama campaign, but supporting his bid for re-election is perhaps more important now than in 2008. Despite some disappointments with the president's first term, there are significant accomplishments that he can point to. Even with a rigidly uncompromising and antagonistic Republican Tea Party, Obama has navigated our economy through the storms of the worst financial crisis since 1929. And in the process, he saved the U.S. auto industry. Imagine Chuck Berry's Maybelline navigating over the hill without a Cadillac Coupe de Ville and a V8 Ford. Obama placed a big bet on the American car companies, and the workers won. There are many American suppliers won, and our overall economy won. Second, he ended the painfully and hugely costly U.S. involvement in Iraq, brought all the troops home, and left Iraq with enough stability that Iraqis can now shape their own future. He is gradually extricating us from Afghanistan. Along the way, he also took out Osama bin Laden. His foreign policies has been both prudent and pragmatic. Most of all, it has kept the country safe. And people aren't looking at us as the same warmongers that the U.S. was under former President Bush. Perhaps that was my note, not Simon's. Perhaps his greatest achievement has been the passing of our first national health care legislation. Many questions remain about the efficacy of Obama's health care legislation, but for the first time, most Americans will have access to health care without fear of being denied a visit to the doctor or hospital for lack of funds or because of a pre-existing medical condition. Undoubtedly, this legislation will be improved as time passes, but at least we've begun to realize the ideals of a compassionate country that cares for all its citizens. On the other side of the aisle, the Republican Party is in a struggle for its very own soul, a battle between the so-called moderate conservatives and the Tea Party. The few remaining true moderates have fled the banner of the no longer recognizable Republican Party of Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush. This country needs a sane Republican Party, not a rigidly antagonistic, no compromise allowed group of zealots. They should not be rewarded for pragmatically blocking Democratic-initiated legislation, even when the country's best interests would have been served by its passage. Romney secured his nomination by assuring the base that he was as conservative as they wanted him to be. He accepted PAC funding from deeply conservative billionaires with narrow agendas like Sheldon Adelson, Koch brothers, and Karl Rove's American Crossroads. A Romney administration will surely repay these debts in the form of Supreme Court appointees. Do we really need another 3 Clarence Thomases? Financial deregulation of the sort that precipitated the financial meltdown that occurred during the last Bush presidency, and concessions to the right-wing religious values such as a ban on same-sex marriage and a woman's right to choose. Come November, the country will opt for one of 2 very different visions of the American future. I think America has a better chance of realizing its full potential to deliver for all its people if Barack Obama is given another 4 years. And perhaps we'll get to hear him do his Al Green tribute medley at one of the Gershwin Prize ceremonies. Paul Simon, New Canaan, Connecticut.